Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by Bet365. Bet365, our new sponsor here on the channel. Welsh and I are here. It's opening day. Happy opening day to everybody who celebrates, and I know you all do because you're here with us. It's a beautiful day. Baseball has begun. Leading Off Live is back, and of course, we have a new sponsor for the show, Bet365. If you haven't already, make sure you are doing all your wagering over there. Support our supporters. Leading Off is the promo code. That's what you're going to use. Get $5 all ready to go in bonus bets. You get up to 150 when you drop the $5. Also, first bet safety net, $1,000 in bonus bets. Either way, you're good at Bet365 right here on Leading Off. And remember, use that promo code Leading Off. And the Welsh and I, as you can see, came ready to play today. If you haven't watched the show on the YouTube channel, this might be the one that you want to, because it's been a weird offseason for myself and the Welsh. Maybe we look a little bit different than last time you saw us together, but we promised you, our incredible fan base here, that you would all get us to wig out if we got to 17,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Not only do we get there, we're approaching 19,000. So y'all are amazing. So we decided to wig out today. My wig, obviously, I chose a little bit of the hair metal band variety, whereas Welsh, he went full Tiger King, and let me tell you, Welsh, it is glorious.
Well, my name is Welsh Exotic, and you know who will not be watching this stream today? Carol Baskin won't be watching this stream today. I guarantee you that, Rocker Joe.
Yeah, and I see all of our old friends here already. Go Cards. I see, let's see, Joey here. I see Lee here. Cody's here. The Wonky Penguins here. Everybody's here. All our rowdy friends are here today to hang out with us. So again, It's great that we're back. Fantasy baseball is back. Wagering's back. Everything is back. So let's get after it here. And let's start, of course, with the headlines. Jordan Montgomery finally signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks. $25 million deal plus a $25 million vesting option. Eduardo Rodriguez on the shelf. Welsh, this feels like a really good signing for the D-backs.
This is a great signing for that. By the way, how we can transition into being serious is a plus for us, by the way.
Maybe I'll take my glasses off just to be a little bit more serious.
Yeah, I just want you to have makeup or anything like that. I mean, I went full on. I shaved the handlebar and everything like that.
I went full mullet. I mean, you know, I saw this, and it's funny because the guy on the Amazon wig, model kind of looked exactly like me with this. So I said, well, there you go. It's just kind of meant to be.
Well, the great thing with the Diamondbacks, even though they will never financially recover from this investment with Jordan Montgomery of $25 million on the year, it's exactly what they needed. They needed the depth. They had nothing. They were going to put out Tommy Henry and Ryan Nelson. Ryan Nelson had a great spring, but Jordan Montgomery, this is exactly what they needed to do. It's a great landing spot for him. You've got a great defense. You got a great offense behind you. This is one of those moves. You guys got a lot of value if you were drafting knowing he was going to sign. I don't think he's going to miss much time. I think he's going to probably throw a game in the backfields here, probably in the next couple of days. And then he's probably going to do one minor league start in AAA, and he'll be up. So maybe he misses one start. Bunch of innings, 3.4 ERA projected across most. Actually, 4.18 BatX does not like him, but ATC likes him a decent amount. 3.8, 170 plus innings, double-digit wins. It's great. Welsh Exotic approves.
Welsh Exotic absolutely approves. By the way, Mikey here in the chat says, Welsh might be the sexiest blonde I've seen in a while. Mikey, you got to get out more. That's the only thing I could say to that.
This is my natural hair. You hang around with tigers enough and you get this beautiful.
Well, the weirdest thing is I would never say you look like that guy. And then you put this wig on and you shave down to the handlebar, and it's kind of unsettling.
It actually is unsettling. Like, well, I've been in jail for a bit. I gained a little bit of weight, but I'll tell you what, when I get out, I'm coming, Carol.
Nobody has more fun in the baseball world than us. Also, Ezequiel Tovar is going to have a lot of fun. 7-year contract extension with the club through the 2031 season. It's kind of weird to see 2030 numbers. I don't know. I'm not quite ready for all of that, but this was a player we talked about quite a bit. And clearly the Rockies see the same thing we have, which is a young player with a lot of upside. They're locking him up. He was one of our favorite late middle infielder guys. So that's a great thing there. If you haven't gotten any shares of Tovar, or maybe you're in a shallow league and he's floating around the waiver wire, maybe go pick him up. Also, we really didn't talk much about this. I have a social video coming out here in probably, somewhere around today that Ohtani and the whole betting shenanigans with the interpreter, really haven't touched much on this. We did talk about it a little bit with Craig Mish yesterday. If you missed that, it's on the Betting Pros channel. Craig Mish came on. We did a full primer for MLB futures, win totals, World Series, awards, all that stuff. And I had mentioned I was in on Ohtani early in the season, and then I kind of faded off of him after this whole story broke. Because even if he's proved innocent, I feel like the old school sports writer, baseball writer, voter, they don't like any of the betting anywhere near their baseball. And I think it's going to hurt him. Even if he hits 50 home runs this year, I think he's going to lose votes because of it, for right or wrong. What do you think about this Ohtani scandal? And do you think it's going to have any impact on him as the season chugs on?
Yeah, I think they're petty. I think writers are petty and they pick anything that they possibly can to hold back. There were things that were working against him, by the way, like having Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman on that team, the Dodgers itself, super teams, players on super teams and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think they're petty enough that, I'm actually shocked that his number went up. It went from like plus 900 to plus like 750 on some books. I think it would go down. I'm a lot less interested in going and betting on Ohtani, though I will say, did my final draft last night. I actually did it live on the Fantasy Pros MLB Twitter Spaces. That was fun. A bunch of you guys came and joined in.
I saw you were live on Spaces. I didn't know you were drafting.
Yeah. Well, I took over the account and I hung out, answered fantasy questions, but I was live doing my final DC at the 9th pick, and I took Ohtani. And I took the util and I had to build around that. So I'm not afraid in fantasy. I'd be a buy if anyone is being weird about it. But from like a betting perspective, yeah, I think MVP is going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I would agree. And I'm kind of bummed about it, because I already had some investments early on. So there you go. It's going to be an interesting season for the Dodgers. That pitching staff already having some issues. But here's from Go Cards, good friend of the show here, Billy Ray Cyrus and Tiger King.
That's a Tiger King.
Maybe I am a little Billy Ray Cyrus. Don't tell my heart though. My achy breaky.
Yeah.
I just don't think you would understand. All right, let's continue on here. Opening day lineup news and notes for everybody who's playing in those daily transaction leagues. Ellie De La Cruz hitting 6, Benson hitting in the 2 spot today. Jonathan India in that same lineup leading off. Michael Garcia also leading off. So that's something we predicted. We talked about early in the spring. We saw the writing on the wall. Guess what? Now the writing is in pen on the wall of the dugout. That was a beautiful thing. You see what I did? I put that together and I didn't even plan that. Maybe we shouldn't do the show anymore. That might be the best thing that I've ever said.
Well, you want to know what's really funny is people that know this. Joe and I have already talked about what 19 and 20,000 on the YouTube could get. And what you just did was kind of what your idea to 20 was, if you remember.
Well, we've been teasing the idea that if we get to 20,000 subscribers, that we might turn this into perhaps a one-day Hamilton where we do some raps and some things. That's on the table. It's being discussed. But it's your channel, everybody. So you let us know.
I think they would love my idea, which we'll save for another show, not opening day. But my idea at 19 or maybe even further is a pretty fantastic one as well.
Who woke up Scott Bogman this early to watch this show? How did this guy get here? I don't know.
Look at him.
Friend of the show, friend in real life. Anthony Volpe, by the way, hold on, hitting 6. Edouard Julien out against Reagans today, which is annoying, but I get it. He's a really elite lefty. I don't expect Julien to be out against every lefty, but the elite ones to start the season, fine. I just think it's a mistake by the Twins. You're never going to get better at something if you don't give a guy the opportunity to get better at it. And not like he was sitting against left-handed pitchers in Double or AAA. So this is stupid. And Asturi Ruiz is not starting today. Go ahead, Welsh. The floor is yours.
Well, I just wanted to throw in, there's a couple other little additions here. Angels released. We're not seeing Neto get moved up at all. The opening day lineup has Anthony Rendon leading off. No Shanwell, no Neto. And then the Cardinals are leading off Brendan Donovan. That was one I had not expected. So throwing these all out here, which one is the most shocking to you, and which one of these pieces has the biggest fantasy impact early on? I mean, Ellie going 6, India leading off, Michael Garcia. Is there a big impact, and is there a surprise?
I think Gleyber Torres, if I can go off the board, hitting leadoff today, because again, that is temporary in air quotes because LeMahieu's hurt, but I think it's the Volpe 6th, Gleyber 1. If Gleyber gets off to a hot start, the only thing it could potentially hurt is RBI totals in those season-long leagues. So that's a problem potentially. But I would watch very carefully. The Yankees' margin for error is extremely thin right now. And I think that it's if Judge has that slump, if the toe issue happens, the Garrett Cole news, the pitching staff, I think is just I'm just not a believer. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. We've got some great things in here too, by the way. Your comments You guys look like a WWF tag
Me
team back
too.
when it was WWF. Totally Rock and Roll Express. You listen to me. We're going to go out there, me and my boy, the Welsh. We're going to put a hurting on you. So we're going to come from those tag time titles right here. Tag team of the year, me and the Welsh. Let's go, baby. We're going to make it look so good. Always do. That's right.
Let's go.
It would end with like the fist in the air. Fist in
Let's
the
go.
air.
By the way, I want to point out, can you imagine somebody who's never watched this show that just came in and was like,
100%.
what's going on, by the way?
For the people that watched all the offseason content and went, oh my God, what is this? Yes, it's unsettling. I see you all, but it's also amazing. And the Peanuts and Cracker Jacks, you know what this show is about.
I'm seeing some great compliments. I'll take these compliments. Somebody did put in here. I don't know if you can find the comment. Someone was like, Welsh's wife must be so mad. You guys have no idea. I shaved it and I looked at her and I was like, how does this look? She's like, it's the grossest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, can you imagine if I said that to you?
Now this is divorce potential. Like I told you, the full beard, and people have said it on the YouTube comments. The full beard looks good. They have given you support.
I agree.
I have. This is wretched.
She asked me if this was going to be all day. She asked me, and I said no. After the show, we'll probably give it. But maybe I'll bring it.
I'll be all day.
By the way, I'm going to opening day today with the Diamondbacks with Bogman. So maybe
you should wear it for opening day.
Let me throw this in real quick. So on those, I wanted to get your take on it. The Ellie hitting 6 is interesting. We kind of knew Michael Garcia. Volpe at 6, I think, is something to be on the lookout for, because if he hits in that spot, has a few more RBIs, he could get moved up. But I'll tell you this. Jonathan India leading off. If he gets this, if he gets to continue doing this, we know Matt McClain is gone. Matt McClain, I don't even know if we said at the top. I got tigers in my ears. I don't know. But Matt McClain had surgery. He's going to be out 2 to 3 months, maybe the season at this point. Jonathan India has a legit shot to keep this lockdown all season long. And if they lead him off with a young team like that, with Ellie, who will end up moving up, Jamer Candelario, there's a chance in 10-man leagues, India's out there. He might end up being a really big early season steal, being able to lead off. So I think the India one is one to pay attention to.
You're probably right. Also, why is Ohapi hitting 8th? Because it's opening day. And the Angels are not a good organization. That's my answer to that. All right, let's continue on here with the program before we get to the 3 up and 3 down and a lot of other fun. We're going to have our picks of the day, the bets, of course, a home run calls. We're going to have all of that stuff. But also, we're giving away free stuff here. TrophySmack Championship Trophy. How do you win this? Look at that. How beautiful is that, too? With the glove and the baseball inside of it. Subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB. Drop a comment below. That's it. That's all you got to do to win this. Thanks to our good pals over at TrophySmack. So, Welsh, let's get to
those my Tigers.
Yeah, you do love the Tigers.
Knows that trophy. We look, my Tigers would love that trophy.
Coming for them tag team championships, boys.
Woo! Let's get them.
That's definitely. We definitely have.
Maybe I should do the other fist. Yeah.
1983 WWF. Actually, it's more like Crockett Promotions WCW. If I'm going to be honest, it's a little.
Also like we're here to shake and
bake. I don't know which way I would do. I would go this way. It's always the opposite. Oh, no, you got to go the other way. There you go. There, shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby.
There you go. We worked all day on that. All right, let's get to 3 up and 3 down. Kodai Senga throwing and catching at Citi Field. That's great. By the way, Mets rained out today. Also good. They can't lose. Justin Verlander threw 32 pitches in live BP on Tuesday. He's working his way back. And then the last one here, Jordan Hicks. 5 no-hit innings, struck out 10 guys. Giants win that game. So here's my question to you. I know Hicks is going to have limitations, but is this one of these guys that people are going to be running to the waiver wire in week 1 if he has a good start?
Oh, of course. If he lights up with strikeouts, I mean, that's what's sexy about Jordan Hicks. This guy can strike out 10, but I don't trust him for a full season. I think he is quintessential spot starter unless you're in like a big league. I'm looking for teams that I'm going to be looking for the lower half strikeout teams, hitter friendly environments, because his problem is he can completely fall apart. The guy can walk 7, like this can be a disaster, but when he's on, he's on. So this is volatile. This is a guy that can ruin your ratios all week long. But if you can go and find, Colorado A's, you can find stuff like that. Those are the matchups that I'm going to probably try to get. Well, when Wicks is going up against Carol Baskin.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. You keep saying Wicks, by the way, too. You mean like
John Wick? Yeah, sorry. Jordan Wick. John Wick.
Jordan Hicks, I think you mean. Like we look like Hicks. I think that's
that's 100% right. Jordan.
Because I know they're going to call you out on the chat about it. So I might as well do it before.
Jordan Hicks.
Look, we're just so excited to be back.
Listen, I've been in jail for a long time.
Somebody said you look like Guy Fieri. I say you look like Guy Fieri if you never found Flavor Town. I think that's what you look like.
But wouldn't I have to have, I don't remember even what does Guy Fieri have the handlebar?
He definitely has some weird mustache choices at times. He's definitely got the soul patch and the mustache, but it is a different color than his actual hair color.
Yeah, maybe
which
if
is
I brought oh, this is a look right here.
Yikes. Oh my god. That is terrifying. You talk about like fourth grade school picture. Wow. Oh my god. That's wow. I got no words. Let's
By the
go
way, Jordan
down.
Hicks is a pitcher for the Cubs. I kept saying. I don't know why I kept saying that.
You mean Wicks.
Jordan Wicks. And I just say that I'm done. I'm done. Bye-bye. Turn out the camera.
Welsh, who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base. Matt McClain, 3 down, underwent shoulder surgery to address the cartilage damage, repair the labrum. When do we see Matt McClain again, Welsh?
As I was saying before, I think the earliest is, they said like it's at least 2 months. So there's through May, June. I'll take a guess after the All-Star break. I don't think they're going to push him. I don't think they're going to need to push him. I think that's probably the play. Something after the All-Star break, which has made him not rosterable really, unless you got ILs. I'd be down to pick him up and drop him on an IL. But if you've learned anything from playing baseball the last couple of years, everybody gets hurt all the time. So it's only so long you're going to be able to manage your roster. And he would be a cuttable guy. Like if you're holding on and then 3 weeks, everybody's hurt. Yeah, you're absolutely going to cut Matt McClain. So you're not having a bunch of dead roster space. It's bad. This is not a good surgery to have at the start of the season.
No, it's definitely not good. Brian Wu is going to start the season on the injured list. Woo! Which is unfortunate with the elbow inflammation. So that's kind of kicking the nuts there. And then Paul Sewald with the grade 2 left oblique strain. So what do people do for saves in Arizona? Tell the good
Ginkle. I unloaded, and this might be crazy, but I unloaded some fab on Ginkle across the board in multiple leagues, in multiple keeper leagues. I did it in
I love when you unload your Ginkle. It's one of my favorite things.
It's what I do. I gotta go hard on the Ginkle because I think there's a possibility, it could be slight, that Ginkle does not let go of this job at any point this year. I think that's a possibility. Now, obviously, Sewald, but he's old. He keeps getting hurt. This injury might not be 3 weeks or a month. This could be 2 months. I think Ginkle is the guy. He's a must pick up in my eyes for saves.
Mike Mayer, actually very funny in the chat, running the Fantasy Pros account too. I'm still not sure exactly which pitcher. Welsh is just excited. It's opening day. At least it was names. There's a million things going on.
At least it had nothing to do with Kenta Maeda. That's all that matters. It's all
thank
good.
God, that almost got us canceled last year. So, also another thing that's fun to do besides getting canceled is PrizePicks. PrizePicks. You want to play MLB DFS? You want to have a little fun here? It's very simple. You see the numbers, you go over, you go under, use that promo code leading off when you sign up for PrizePicks today. That is where you want to be. Again, promo code is leading off. It's highly encouraged there for all of you to go out there and check out PrizePicks. This was something that we did last year every single day. You could pick more, pick less. It's that easy. All you got to do is go there, find your favorite player, find your favorite prop, go over, go under. That's it. And go win yourself some money. That's how it works at PrizePicks. So sign up today wherever you can. But when you do, make sure you use that promo code leading off. All right, Welsh. So it's time to get to some of the injuries. We already talked about some, but here's some other ones. Kevin Gausman, this is good news, struck out 7 guys in 3 innings, trending in the right direction. So Gausman was a guy that I was very afraid of because of the shoulder fatigue issue. It seems like he's going in the right direction. Are you buying this, or are you still holding your breath all season with Gausman?
Buy. Well, I mean, you should always hold your breath with any pitcher that's been, rooming around with some injuries and stuff like that. But I was buying. I took any of the discounts I could. I got him in our Bogman home league, I think in the 4th round. I got some 3rd round late shares. This was a guy that was like number 3 SP, and people are terrified. He was going after Pablo Lopez. In some cases, Tarek Skubal going ahead of him. So I'm not going to worry. I'm going to be beautiful with Kevin Gausman.
Yeah. All right. I'm hopeful, but I'm a little concerned. I don't have, Gausman was where I was going initially for American League Cy Young this year. And the shoulder thing just went, nope, I'm just not going to do it. I'm trying to find some discipline. Maybe after 2-3 months, I'll have that confidence. If everything's good, we'll see. Cardinals manager Ali Marmal says that Lars Nootbaar took some soft swings on the weekend. So he's moving forward with that rib fracture on the left side. So that's a good thing. So we're getting Nootbaar back sooner than later. He might be floating around there in some shallow leagues too. He might have gone undrafted because of some of the issues there.
Love some
Well, any other injury that you've got your eye on here to as we start opening day that's really either troubling you or a guy working his way back that you're getting excited about?
None that stands out. I mean, the Nootbaar one's actually a pretty interesting one because the Nootbaar one could have an effect on Victor Scott. Everybody is very excited about Victor Scott, as we should be. he could be running wild. He could lead the league in stolen bases if given the opportunity. But when Nootbaar comes back, what is that going to do? Are they going to start getting finicky with the line? He's not really a center fielder, so it might not affect him. But then you have Edman coming back. So that's a really, really important one to watch. I'd also say I'm going to be paying attention to the closer situations and the guys that are going to fill in. So like the Romano situation, if you're looking at like Brock Stewart and Griffin Jacks, or maybe that's in the Duran situation, but you've got a handful of these. Will these guys end up closing? Yeah, because Toronto, it's Yemi Garcia, who likely could be closing. So we have to watch. Is he going to be the guy? In Milwaukee, is it going to be Payam? So the injuries I'm actually most concerned about have to do with the closing market and the guys that are going to fill in. And I've been betting on Yemi, Griffin Jacks, and as much as Payamps might be the guy in Milwaukee, Abner Uribe. That's someone I've been picking up, but then Watch McGill's going to take it. So there you go, all the closers.
This is exactly why, when we do all those mock drafts in the offseason, you see me fade closer all the time. I mean, most of the time you see me fade it and fade it, fade it. Why? Because we're here on opening day and already there's all these new names that are coming up. And this is just day one. It's literally day one. It's the most volatile position in all of baseball. Why are we making investments in it when we could be taking hitters or starting pitchers, but especially hitters, because that's what you should be doing? I'm sorry.
I think you need one. You need one, though. I know you don't. That's fine. I need one. I did it last in my DC last night. I took I don't even remember
what you do in your DC last night. Did you go full Ginkle? I loaded my Ginkle in the full DC last night. I got Alexis Diaz. That's who I got. I got Alexis Diaz, and then I waited, and then I played the speculation market. But sometimes, I don't know, that can hurt you a little bit. Like Mason Miller's a great one. Someone just posted in here. I think it's key, and this is how I want to go into the season, having at least one guarantee closer, and then speculate till your heart explodes. Get all the guys that you want. Get the Ginkles. Get the Michael Kopechs. Get all those guys. Get the I had a
Will
case
Smiths.
of the Ginkles once. It was not pretty. It was no
That's
good.
why I got this here.
Some really good lines here. Mel Brown, Joe looks like an American gladiator. Fred Dinger, our good friend Fred. Welsh, the Hammer Valentine, also good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's some good stuff. You got questions too? Drop them here. We'll try to answer them for you. Lance has a question: India or Jeremy Pena? I go India. Hit at the top of that lineup. Where do you go?
I go India too. I mean, I'm not a Pena guy. Pena is just like the bad version of Carlos Correa, and that kind of says a lot. Maybe he'll work out, and they trusted him as a leadoff hitter at one point, but I would go with India. He's leading off. He's a 2020 guy. I think the stolen base potential is better. Maybe there's a little bit more power with Pena, better offense, sure, but I'll take the lead off India over Pena.
Some guys coming up over and over in the chat: Mason Miller, Michael Kopech. Who has more saves this year at the end of the year? You like that? How's that for some fun?
These are two of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah.
I think Kopech might have that opportunity. I was trying to draft him ever. I got sniped on him last night. It really hurts. The only problem with the White Sox is they've got a bunch of just garbage relievers that are kind of the same. And everyone's like, is it Brebbia? Is it Jordan Leisure? The A's have one clear guy, but I don't trust the A's. I don't trust the A's with Mason Miller. Mason Miller has the stuff to be a top 10 closer in the league. It's just the A's are going to give him probably 30 opportunities. So he probably has 22 or 23 saves.
That makes sense to me.
I would, he's not
going to go 3 days in a row, back to back, maybe, but never that third day in a row.
They're not going to have 3 days of winning in a row, opportunities in a row. There's no chance. So yeah. I would prioritize Miller if he were available, if you guys are playing in 10-team leagues or something like that, or someone cuts him. That's actually a better key point here, is the A's are so bad. They could give and switch opportunities. If Mason Miller doesn't have a lot, people could cut him early. Yes, I would pick him up. But if Kopech is out there, pick him up just in case he has been handed that job, because, this is a starting pitcher that got put to the bullpen. He was hitting triple digits. The team still wants to push this guy. And there's no reason, unless you lack confidence in Kopech being able to shut down a game, that you're going to have John Brebbia or Jordan Leisure closing out, and Prelander Baroa is hurt. So I would pick up Kopech if given the opportunity.
One more: India or Gorman? Let's call it rest of season.
I'd still go Gorman. I think Gorman can hit 30 this year.
Okay, there you go.
It's close. It's a lot closer.
It is pretty close. We'll be doing our home run calls of the day. And remember, if you want to make your home run calls and be involved in the contest this year, go to fantasypros.com/chat. It's free. It's amazing. Join our Discord, make your home run call, and you can win fabulous prizes, monthly prizes, annual prizes. Well, do we have the official prize ready yet for the home run champion this year? I know we were
Yeah.
talking about some cool things last year. In case you weren't around, we gave away a Corbin Carroll autographed helmet, which
That I went and got done. I got that done.
Well,
and that
guys and mullets get stuff done.
That's what we do. We do have an official prize. It looks like it was announced that it is going to be an autographed Vladimir Guerrero Jr. bat. That's what looks like the prize, and I would take that. Yes, sir.
That as well. Also, remember, kids, this is not just fantasy, not just MLB. It's a little bit more. It's also a little bit of betting. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Our best bets of the day with, of course, me, Joey P, and the Welsh. Brought to you by bet365. Remember, when you sign up for bet365, that you go ahead and use that promo code leading off. $5 will get you 150 in bonus bets. All right, Welsh, here we go. Our bets of the day on opening day, the things we're in on. Again, if you're just joining the show here, why are we wearing wigs? Well, because we hit an all-time high on our YouTube channel and subscribers this offseason, and we promise that we are men of our word. Goodness knows when we get to 20,000, what happens at Fantasy Pros MLB. But at the same time, Welsh, here's what I'm in on. Scooble, 6.5Ks over, -115 over at Bet365. Pablo Lopez, 5.5Ks over, -115. Also, Cleveland to win today. This is, to me, one of the best. Look, I'm just going to troll the A's all year long, and guess what? 100 times I'm going to be right. That's a good ratio. Cleveland, -1.5, +110. You're getting plus money on this. Or if you want to push it a little bit more, the alternate line is -2.5. You get it +175. I want to push it. If you're not comfortable, that's okay. But Scooble over on the strikeout prop, Pablo on the strikeout prop, and Cleveland to win by at least 1.5 or 2.5 if you're feeling lucky like I am today. Welsh, what do you have on the big board of bets today?
Well, I want to give one caveat. My top 2 prop bets of the day were Pablo Lopez and Tariq Skubal. So I'm going to just at least give you one. I really love the Pablo Lopez one. Last year, struck out 8, even in some walks on opening day last year. He's one of the big strikeout guys. I am all about Pablo Lopez because it's 5.5 -115 at Bet365, which, by the way, one of the better lines that I saw as that the line was actually ticking down a little bit. So something maybe to pay attention to if we're not in on it. But Pablo Lopez, 5.5 over on the strikeouts. I love a caveat because I love the Tariq Skubal one. And I did do this as well. You can get Tariq Skubal 6.5 over, Pablo Lopez 5.5 over, and get almost plus 249 on Bet365 if you want to parlay those two. Obviously, don't want to be a huge advocate of doing massive parlays and stuff, but I love those. In places where you can find alternate strikeouts, maybe even go like Skubal 6 and Lopez 5. You might have to pay relatively close to even money, but that's not too bad either. Speaking of Tariq Skubal, one I really like today is Detroit first 5 minus half of a run. So essentially, they've got to be up by a run. That's -120. We talked about it. If you guys haven't seen the video, go back and check out Craig Mish with both of us on Betting Pro.
Very high on Skubal, maybe the dark horse Cy Young candidate.
Well, that's what he said because you like Luis Castillo and who's pitching today. I really like George Kirby. He was saying Tariq Skubal, look out as the dark horse Cy Young Award winner. So what better way than to come out slanging against the Kansas City Royals, who like to strike out? They had, I believe it was 8 strikeouts through the first 5 of their order on opening day last year. And you've got young guy, you got MJ Melendez hitting 5. You got Michael Garcia leading off. So I think the strikeout potential, it's there. So I'm dialed into that in general. But Pablo Lopez 5.5, Detroit first 5 minus half a run. And then this is one I was just kind of digging around. Gabriel Moreno total bases 1.5 plus 130. So that's a plus money bet that I'm going to jump in. And by the way, I said Royals, but that was Pablo Lopez going up against the Royals, which is another reason.
John Wick also.
Yeah, I know. I'm having a day with that. It's the wig that's getting to me. But that is a good reason to follow Pablo Lopez in general. Tigers got the White Sox. I don't need to lay out all those reasons. We're going to have tons of strikeouts on the front end. So both of those lie. But Detroit, first 5 up a run. Pablo Lopez, 5.5 strikeouts. Gabriel Moreno, total bases 1.5 over plus 130 on Bet365. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be jumping up and down for Gabby. Let's go.
Parlay of the day, in case you want to play it. Detroit -1.5 at -106. Cleveland -1.5 at plus 108. Baltimore -1.5 plus 118. All have their elite guys on the mound against weaker opponents. You put these 3 things together, you get plus 781. Throw a unit on that. And that, my friends, is your opening day of betting. Thanks to us here at Leading Off and of course, Bet365. Let's get to what everybody's here for, the home run calls. Now, as you can see, boys and girls, the home run board is open for business. That's right. Again, go to Discord, join fantasypros.com/chat. If you want to make your home run calls, you can get in there today. Again, a Vlad Guerrero autographed bat sounds pretty cool to me. So, Welsh, I decided to have some fun because you made fun of me all off season about how much I like this one player, and he's got a good matchup today. Taking the righty bat here against the lefty pitcher. It's got a good ballpark, and I took Alex Bregman to start things off today. That's where I'm going with the home run. Alex Bregman going yard. Maybe not the most chalky guy, but you know what? If he goes yard today, I think that's a good start to my season. Welsh, where are you going with your home run call for today?
Man, I hate that bat, Alex Bregman. I hate him. I'm going to go over to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I know Bogman's going to be disappointed. And I'm going to be picking on Miles Mikolas, who gave up 26 homers last year. And I'm going to go with leadoff hitter Mookie Betts to start it off. I will tell you, my heart of hearts, really wanted to pick O'Neal Cruz. I don't love that he's going up against a lefty, so that's why I am fading away from it a little bit. Gabriel Moreno might also be another dark horse one, but give me Mookie Betts to lead off because I'm ready to get on that board for the home run contest. I want to win this bad boy this year. I want to win it.
Now, we've also got some fun and exciting new things this year. So besides leading off live every day, 12:30, Monday through Friday, we will be here. Besides that fun, which is super fun, we've also got the waiver wire videos every week. We've got the buy-sell videos every single week, too. The trade video is coming out. We're going to have our social shorts everywhere. Follow us on social media, on X, at Fantasy Pros MLB. But if you want even more leading off, we decided to give you a little bit extra. I know. We went full Ginkle, which is going to be a thing now the rest of the season. I'm going to get a shirt made. I swear I am. Wednesdays on our Discord, as I mentioned earlier, it's free to join. We're going to be going into a little bit of overtime, which is super fun. So if you want to be a part of that, go to fantasypros.com/chat because Welsh and I are going to be cleaning up. That's right. Leading off is here. Immediately after leading off, we're going to jump to Discord and continue the conversation with everybody. So you can ask us questions about your lineups. You can get a hold of us there. So again, Wednesdays, probably around 1:15-ish. We're going to be live in the Discord chatting baseball with you. So a little bit of extended leading off on a weekly basis. Why? Because you all demanded it. So leading off becomes cleaning up. It's just something not everybody likes to do, but you're going to like to do it. It's going to be fantastic. By the way, Welsh, a new high in live watchers, nearly 400 people watching us live. It's a beautiful thing. This channel is the little engine that could, Welsh. It is what people said. Nobody wants to watch baseball stuff. You're wrong. They do, and they want baseball with a little bit of fun, a little bit of intelligence, not too much intelligence, and they want it with some full Ginkle. That's what they want, and we brought it today. Welsh and I were just very excited. I feel like we were a little nervous today because we were just so excited. We were like JoJo, the Idiot Circus Boy. We were just really excited that opening day was going on. Welsh, what are you looking forward to the most in opening day today, besides, hanging out with your buddy Bogman and going to games and stuff?
Yeah, no, I'm going to be in downtown Phoenix. There's some sports books. I'm going to be hanging. I'm going to be live watching opening day because the last game I was at was the Diamondbacks losing the World Series. I'm also, by the way, you can follow me on Twitter at IsItTheWelsh. Probably be tweeting out some stuff. Should be a fun time. What am I looking forward to besides confusing all of the pitchers and stuff? It is the matchup. The matchup is the Pablo Lopez matchup today. Cole Reagans, Pablo Lopez, phenomenal. That is, you want to talk about two buzzy pitchers all season long. It was Cole Reagans flying up. Pablo Lopez was going into, sometimes SP4. There's a lot of great things. O'Neal Cruz, the hype. Ellie De La Cruz stealing bases. My Diamondbacks. But you want to talk about matchups? Pablo Lopez, Cole Reagans. That one that's a good one. Super, super stoked about.
That is a good one. I'm going to go the other direction. Usually as a Mets fan, I joked before, well, they can't lose today, but typically they always win opening day. So in a way, I didn't get the opening day win today. That's usually the feel-good story. And usually it's
they're rained out
the other direction the rest of the season. So I didn't quite get that, but want to remind everybody, if you like your baseball here, and again, we're at 392 live. Let's get to 400. Let's go, baby. This is exciting times here on the channel. We appreciate all your support. If you want to win the TrophySmack trophy, again, subscribe to the channel. Drop your comments below. That's all you got to do. And use that promo code leading off when you sign up at Bet365. And we're just happy to be back here. I'm less happy now that Welsh is showing that gold chain because that really brings. Could you do
Yeah.
it one more time just for the people before we leave?
Well, I was going to do the like, I have a
back.
bad farmer.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
want you to pull that because this version, this like Danish schoolboy Welsh is perhaps even more terrifying.
Very excited for baseball. Very excited for baseball.
Yeah, we have some baseball today.
We got to have good baseball. By the way, this thing came with like 6 piercings. My earlobes are so thick, I couldn't put the fake piercing. They're like right here. They're,
no, don't show.
Oh yeah, well, you didn't want to see where I have them.
I didn't. I did not want to.
It's near the ginkle, but. No.
On that note, everybody, again, thank you for joining us live here. Join us live every single Monday through Friday, 12:30 Eastern on the channel. Subscribe, ring the bell till it goes ding for notifications. Stop putting those things in your nose, Welsh. And again, welcome back, everybody. Baseball is here. Baseball's back. We're back. It's opening day. Enjoy the festivities. We'll be back again tomorrow to recap and, most importantly, overreact to everything that we saw yesterday. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Peace.
Happy opening.